Welcome back to the Fortress Farm project, Bone Family Farms. Want to give a little update and answer a few questions that we've gotten through the last couple weeks about what the investment process looks like and what things are going towards. So yeah, I wanted to talk about where the money would be going, the investment, like what it'd be used for. As if you've been following along, we already acquired the property. That's where I'm sitting right now. We're sitting with the pole barn. We were able to get it as a lease into an own a process. So had a great setup there, so we can get started. So property is going to be a big part of that investment, and doing the things necessary to get the whole property up to the regenerative farm status that we're working towards. So we already actually have seeds so that we can start planting things for Fortress, but that right now is like going to be a really big garden, and so the big things for the investment is to help us get the infrastructure for all the perennials, the things that are going to keep coming back every year, the things that won't necessarily create a yield this year that take a couple years to progress into. So things like an asparagus fields. Asparagus takes several years to grow. Doing things like wild strawberries that also take a couple seasons to really get established. Do a couple of fruit trees for different things on the property, and doing the remediation of the bigger field. If you don't know what that means, that field, the main field, had some soy and corn grown on it, which has a lot of different things sprayed on it. So when we want to have more organically grown, we need to make the land go up, so we can start putting compost and building up the soil. So over the next couple of years, that land will be more usable for the organic produce as well. This year, another big part of that investment goes towards the wildflower meadow. So being able to have the tractor to be able to do all the work on the lands, and then be able to move a bunch of wood chips and use that for compost, and creating compost and wood posts for fencing. A lot of the tools for things, just really to make it a full commercial operation. We were able to get the seeds and the soil for about $1,200 to get us started. So we have some product going to be able to start growing, since seed starts are starting now. But the bigger stuff, the things that are longer lasting, don't necessarily create a yield on year one, and it takes a lot more infrastructure and labor hours. So the consolidating of some of our other loans that we have with Fortress will help free up a lot of our cash flow, so that we can pay a full-time person to be on the grounds, and that'll be Jody Chilcote. She's our farm manager. To do the scale that we want, we need a full-time person. So that helps free up that cash flow. So the investment really is investing in infrastructure, and then ultimately that helps allow Fortress to be able to hire a full-time person. So the investment is cool because it creates a job, and it's creates some long-term infrastructure, so that this is a forever thing. It's really a closed-loop circuit that it just keeps growing and getting better and better every year. So that's what we're doing with the funds.